finally able to make videos again. Yes, for any of you who saw my last video, which at this point has been about 2 months ago, I mentioned, I think in that video, that my boyfriend and I, we had bought a house, we were getting ready to move. I know I uploaded a video, and this may have been the last one, where I packed up all of my figures, so yeah, now we are finally moved in, we're finally in the house. We got in here beginning of January, but because it is an older house, there's a lot of work that we want to do to it, at least cosmetically. So that's kind of been a hold up for me being able to get back into recording. We just, within the last couple weeks, got my office space here painted and finished with that, and furniture getting moved in, and shelves being hung, and all that kind of stuff. It's definitely not complete. There's still pieces of furniture that need to be moved in here, but I gotta bring them up for my parents and all kinds of stuff. So I'm at least at a point where things look good enough, things are unpacked enough that I can start making these videos again. So I'm glad to be back, glad to finally have a space to do this, and I will definitely be making a video of a room tour type thing once everything in here is kind of more complete, put together, stuff is actually in the room. That being said though, today's video I wanted to talk about OneFest, Wonder Festival Winter, that just happened last weekend. I had hoped to be able to make this video like last weekend or sometime during this past week, closer to when the festival actually happened, but wasn't able to do that, but whatever. Here we are now, talking about OneFest. What I wanted to do is just kind of take a look at some of my favorite figures that were announced. There were tons of announcements, tons of new prototypes from previous announcements finally being shown. Previously shown prototypes finally painted, all that good stuff like you would expect at OneFest. So there's lots of stuff I want to cover today. I want to hopefully keep this video under an hour, but we'll see how that goes. But regardless, everything I'm going to talk about today is going to be basically scale figures. Of course, there were lots of things like Figmas, Nendroids, random model kits, the whole range of things that is shown at these kinds of things. But I wanted to stick to scale figures, that type of thing, just because, Nendroids, Figmas, those aren't really my thing. Models, I know I do enjoy some models, but I don't think there was anything announced in terms of the models that I like, the Zoids, things like that. So gonna stick to figures and just go over some of my favorites, and so let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, so for our purposes of looking at figures, I'm actually going through this website, Moipop, or ruruberries.com. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with it, but this is a website that I just kind of happened across. I follow this person on Twitter, and they do an excellent job of keeping an up-to-date record for these festivals, and also just putting out tweets and announcements basically every day of what figures are being announced, even outside of festivals. So I love following their Twitter. They work really hard to put together this kind of catalog whenever these festivals happen. This isn't like sponsored or anything. I just really appreciate whoever this is. I appreciate their work, and if you ever somehow find this video and see this, like, kudos to you. Like, I don't know how you do this. This is so much work, but I want to use this versus like my figure collection, or even the manufacturers specific websites for OneFest, because this, I feel like, just has a more complete listing of everything together. My figure collection, they don't allow certain figures on there. Going through the manufacturer's own websites, even though I think a lot of them make special OneFest, temporary sites for what they're displaying, there's still so many manufacturers that come to this that I just like this condensed one-stop place to look at these. So this is what we'll be going through. I'll put a link down at the bottom to this website if any of you want to check out the ruruberries.com website here, because like I said, they don't just do one festival announcements. They're also kind of continuously updating when figures are announced throughout, you know, regular times. So they break things down by manufacturer on their own website. So the first manufacturer we're starting with is going to be Good Smile Company. That's just the first one that they had on the list. And first thing on here that really caught my eye, Good Smile Company had a prototype for the Rice Shower Makeup Vampire figure that they had announced. This is a character from Uemasumi Pretty Derby. I think this was one of the ones I really wanted to see when they first announced it at maybe like last summer's One Fest. Very excited to see a prototype for this. I like how it's looking so far. Really looking forward to the color on this one. But I just, even though I don't really know anything about Uemasumi other than it's like a phone game, I think, not available really outside of Japan and or China, and the fact that I think there is an anime, but I have not watched any of it at this point. All I know is I just love this idea of horse girls. I think I've talked about that before. And just the fact that this is like a Halloween, spooky, in this case specifically vampire one. I love it, excited to see the colors. Hopefully that's coming soon. Moving right along. We, of course, lots of Hatsune Miku stuff. I know this one, when I saw the original artwork at one of the previous One Fests, I wasn't totally sold on it, but now seeing the prototype, I'm a lot more intrigued. I'm excited to see how they do this skirt, because it is supposed to be like a translucent skirt. So yeah, this prototype's looking pretty good. We have another, I think this is another Hatsune Miku Symphony version. I know the one that I'm thinking of that I think is kind of the same as this in terms of her design is the one that comes with like the music box that's out for pre-order right now, or has been out for pre-order. I think this is closer to an original piece of artwork that I've seen. I mean, maybe there was artwork that the music box one was based off of that I just don't know. But I missed out on the music box one. I suppose I could get it after it releases, but I don't know how expensive it's going to be. So I might keep my eye on this one, because I do think the Symphony outfit is very pretty. And like I said, I've seen the original artwork that I think this specific one is based off of, and it is really nice. So that's a Hatsune Miku I will also be keeping my eye on. So going along here, lots of Fate Grand Order announcements. Only a few that I'm interested in, and that's not even just with Good Smile Company. Like, I think a lot of companies have announced different FGO figures. We got your racing Mikus if you're into that kind of thing. Oh, this was 1/7 scale figure, Liu Mengli. So she's from something called Legend of Sword and Fairy 4. No idea what that is. I'll probably look it up just to see. But I'm a sucker for these kind of traditional dressed, you know, pretty lady figures. She's got a nice harp. I need to find the original artwork this is based on so I can see what the coloring is going to look like, or I guess I could just wait till it's colored. I mean, I'm sure I'll find out then. And then they're also doing a scale figure of Hua Cheng from Heaven Official's Blessing. I'm not big into male figures. I've read about half of the first book of Heaven Official's Blessing, so I'm very behind. I enjoyed what I read so far, so maybe I'll keep an eye out on this one, because I think this is a really nice design. I really like, you know, the big kind of swoopy bit with the butterfly on the side of it. So I don't know, maybe I'll keep watching that. And this one, scale figure announced based on this piece of artwork by LAC. I'm assuming that the artwork is called Workaholic. Looks like it could be a very interesting design. You've got, you know, this girl with the horns and a bunch of samurai swords, and you know, she's clearly kind of jumping in the air. Her top almost looks very like businessy, like she has business clothes on. Maybe that's why it's called Workaholic. But I am intrigued by this one, definitely. They re-announced the White Swan, Gray Girl, Black Swan trio of figures. I think this was previously announced at like Summer One Fest. No prototypes, a little bit sad about that. Still waiting to see what these look like, but I do like the art, so keeping my eye on it. And apparently it's not dead because they're still re-announcing it, so hopefully we'll see some progress on this soon. Another one that they kind of re-announced, the So Kirin illustration by Neko. Again, I think this was one previously announced at like Summer One Fest last year. Still waiting for a prototype on this. And I don't remember if this was previously announced at like Summer One Fest or something, but this is one that I'm also interested in, this original elf magician Rico by this artist. I don't know how to pronounce that. But I think she looks really cute. I'm a sucker for elves as well, so keeping my eye on this, and another one I hope we have a prototype for. And she looks kind of thick, so always down for a thicker figure. That's always nice. Moving on here, this is Max Factory. So we got some Blue Archive, Chun-Li, Hololive, Hatsune Miku, and Blue Archive. So this one is, let me see, so this is the Strawberry Shortcake Bustier, which is based on an original piece of artwork by this artist here, Lemoe. I hadn't seen the artwork before I saw this figure, and then after I saw this prototype, I came across the artwork, and I'll have to post it kind of on the video here so you can see what the original artwork looks like. I'm intrigued by this. I don't know if I'm 100% sold based on kind of the coloring and stuff that the artwork shows. I do love strawberries though as like an aesthetic, as weird as that is to say, and maybe I've talked about that before. So this being a strawberry shortcake kind of lingerie figure, I will probably keep watching this one, and depending on how the color turns out and how everything goes together, I might end up getting this one, but it's about a 50-50 right now. Lots more Blue Archive. Then we get into Playmax. This is, you know, those action figure type things. So yeah, not a lot from Max Factory. Really the only one that I'm specifically keeping an eye on for is that Strawberry Shortcake Bustier. Moving right along, we have Phat Company. I don't know that there was a lot here. Like, I think this one's pretty cute. This duo of figures from Atelier Ryza 2. So 1/7 scale figures of Rosalind Stout and Claudia Valance in China dresses. Obviously kind of made to go together. I don't know if they'll be sold together or if you can buy them individually and kind of put them together. I like the China dress thing, like I said, but I don't know a lot about Atelier Ryza, original or sequel here. So I may or may not keep watching them from just an aesthetic perspective. Got some Girls Frontline, Girls with Guns, more Uemasumi. This one looks pretty good. I don't remember what the coloring looks like if I've seen it. This is the character Nice Nature from Umamusumi in a 1/7 scale. It's alright. Fate figure I am very excited for is this 1/7 scale of Archer Sai Shonagon. I think the colors are so good. They're just so bright and fun and vibrant. I think the pose is adorable. You know, hopefully it doesn't cost too much because in terms of like pose and everything, it's not super complicated. It's, you know, kind of girl standing there type of figure. So depending on price, I might go for it. I don't know off the top of my head what Phat normally prices things at. You know, the way I kind of have an idea of how other companies operate. So I would imagine if they're showing a colored prototype, this must be going up for pre-order soon. Maybe, maybe not. So hopefully we find out a price relatively soon here. Another fake Grand Order one I am definitely watching is this 1/7 scale figure of the Lancer Melusine. I have looked up the artwork, the coloring of this one, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I think this could really be a stunning figure if the paintwork and everything turns out really well. I think the character design is really, really cool with like the wings and the swords and everything. So definitely one that I am keeping watch of. More Fate. This is Lancer Utsumi Iris. I have not seen the artwork for this one. I don't know what it'll look like colored. Bit of an interesting design. It's got the, you know, I don't know what these things are called. I know that they're like the paper strips that are used in Japan, holy spiritual type things, and I feel really bad that I'm just like, I don't know what it is. So that makes me wonder exactly who this character is and kind of what their backstory is. I might have to look up the artwork for them, just so I know more about it, but yeah, that's another alright one. More Girls Frontline. This is one I've seen here or there, this King Chan by Tori Demano. I think I've seen the colored artwork, or just the artwork for it, not that there's a colored prototype or anything. I think it's an interesting concept, like a female King Chan, but I don't know, I'm not really into the whole royalty type vibe or aesthetic, and I feel like I remember seeing, like I said, seeing the artwork and not really being a fan of the colors used. So cool design. I know a lot of people will probably be excited for her, but for me it's just kind of a we got more Kurumi, of course. This one is of Florence from Girls Frontline. I guess her Project Neural Cloud skin. I don't play Girls Frontline. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do think, just looking at this artwork, this could be a very, very interesting figure, and I really like the colors, like the white with that bright pop of blue. I'm curious how much of kind of the background setting they will keep in this. So yeah, definitely one to also watch for me. Let's see, more Neko artwork. I love Neko's artwork. This one is just called Doctor. Excited to see how this turns out. Again, hopefully once there is a prototype and it's up for pre-order, it's not too expensive if they're just going to go with exactly what this artwork looks like, because this is another one of those girl standing there figures. Even though the outfit looks pretty detailed, unless they add things to it, it's not going to be, you know, a very background or special base heavy figure. So yeah, but love Neko's artwork, so very excited to see this one get turned into a figure. So that ends Phat and brings us to KDcoll, the KADOKAWA collection, CAworks, all of that. We have a painted prototype of the Saber Nero Claudius in Venus's Silk version. I remember seeing the unpainted prototype and being very excited to see this finished, and now we have it. I do think this turned out really, really beautiful. I love the transparent bit to the underskirt, and you can just kind of see the leg, and it looks like there's kind of a gold garter belt. I love what looks like the sheen of this. I don't know if it's a cape or just the fabric. Really, I think makes it look like silk, and then the gold of the cup and everything. So even though in terms of the character overall, Nero Claudius has not necessarily been a top character from Fate Grand Order for me, this design I think has sold me, and I will probably pick this up to go with some of the rest of my Fate figures, because it's gorgeous. I don't know what else to say. Scrolling. A lot of stuff I'm not familiar with. Bofurry, things like that. Just some general announcements. This is one I might watch. The Yuna from Kuma Bear. They're calling this the Kuma Bear Punch figure. So based on the artwork, probably something to do with her using one of her attacks. So that'll be kind of cool to see when that comes out. They've announced, this is another one I'm very excited for. Again, Neko artwork. From their Falselander series, they are doing a scale figure of Ronin. So excited to see that. I think Ronin had like a Figma or something already. So knowing that they're going to be doing a scale of Ronin now, very, very good. Because I know I've got at least one Falselander scale on pre-order. The Nelmet, I forget exactly how to pronounce the name, but I like this design, like Neko's artwork in general, so might pick this up, and I might, you know, as I put out these Falselander figures, I might just pick all of them up and then just like have the whole collection, I guess. Let's see, Katie Light, nothing. CAworks. I do really like Golden Darkness from To Love Rue, but not a huge fan of wedding dress figures, so take it or leave it, but that was announced. Now we've got Wing, Orange Rogue, Pony Canyon, Annulus, ClockWorks, FineFClover. So, hey, speaking of the Falselander series, this was the other one I was trying to think of on top of Ronin and Nelnet or whatever it's called. The Lance Ritter is getting a 1/7 scale figure by Wing, and then adding to the scale the A to Z figures, another series by Neko. They are doing A. I mostly like the design, and I know this is so nitpicky and so stupid, but I don't like the foot. Like, I know it's such a small thing, and it is correct to the artwork. I will give them that, but like, I really don't like feet, and the fact that this foot like looks so weird, I'm just like, I otherwise like the figure, but I literally don't know if I could ever own this figure because of the foot. Like, and I hate saying that, but yeah, so for everyone who maybe is collecting to the A to Z figures or likes this one or was waiting for this one, this was announced. There you go. Let's see. Princess Connect Redive, game I haven't played, anime I haven't watched, I only vaguely know of it. I have a figure from that franchise, like on pre-order, that's been announced for a while, but this is a new one. Character, I guess, Ilya. Don't know anything about her. Barely know anything about Princess Connect at all. But I do like this design, the very kind of goth red and black and silver and the skulls and all of that. Very, very interesting. There is something about it though. I don't know if it's something with the paint job or the composition, but there's just something that I feel is a little bit not right to me. I don't know. I don't even know what it would be. Ooh, this one. I'm very, very excited for this. The Belly Dance Grim Aloe figure, character from Bomber Girl, another game franchise I know nothing of. Really don't know much about the character, except that I own a different version of Grim Aloe. But I have been waiting for this ever since they announced they were going to be making this Belly Dance version. So this is a prototype I saw first, and they actually showed this one before OneFest. And if you've seen the original artwork, you know that in the artwork she has like a veil across her face. So when I first saw this prototype, I was like, oh, okay, really nice. Overall looks good, but I think it's missing the veil. I think it would be really cool if it had the veil. And thankfully, they are, I think, trying to do the veil. I don't know if they're trying to do like two different figures, or they were just showcasing that she'll have both options. But either way, I am excited to see that there will be an option with the veil, and I'm interested to see, and like I said, if it's going to be two different figures, if it's going to be two heads, or the veil somehow removable. But I absolutely 100%, whenever this is completed and up for pre-order, I'm going to be ordering one of these if it's multiple, or just ordering it, because I love this design. I don't know, it's great. I love it. I'm so excited. Let's see. Pony Canyon, this is one that I've been waiting to see the full kind of painted prototype. This is UKM 2000 Soda Tail. I'm guessing Soda Tail is like the name of the skin. Character from Girls Frontline. Another one of those games I know nothing about, but very cute design. I love the use of the translucent plastic. I love her having a little, bubblegum bubble in her mouth. I love that she's a little bit thicker, instead of another very like stick thin anime girl. So yeah, very excited for this one. I think that was everything under here. So we'll go to Miyuki, Solarain, Luminous Box, and S-Fire, those manufacturers. Starting with Miyuki, nothing there. So Solarain, we have a BB Chill bunny version illustrated by this person. I really like this design. I think it's pretty unique in terms of bunny figures. She's got the one fishnet, she's got, the elf ears, she's got that smile on her face. I'm a little bit curious, this heart in the crotch area. I could probably just look back at the original artwork that this is being based off of, but I don't know if that heart being there is them censoring it because it's crotchless, or if that's just how it's designed, that the bodysuit makes a heart there. I don't know. Hopefully it's the second option, and then this is not a lewd, crotchless, always lewd figure. I don't even know if it's going to be supposed to be cast off or anything, so I don't even know about that. But as long as she can be fully clothed. If she has a cast off option, that's fine. This is one I will probably buy because like I said, I just think it's a cute design and pretty unique in terms of bunny figures. Some Idolmaster figures. I don't know anything about Idolmaster of any variety other than I think it's a game. I think I know that much. This though, I'm guessing that the characters have different skins in the game. This must be some kind of like Halloween, gothic, spooky type skin. But it's the Higuchi Madoka Midnight Monster version. The colored, the artwork for this, I really liked. I really liked this prototype. So in spite of not knowing anything about Idolmaster, who this character is or anything, I might actually buy this one when it's painted. Because I am one of those horrible, awful, evil aesthetic collectors that will buy characters that they know nothing about just because they look cool. And that's why I end up spending too much money. This one looks interesting. I think this is just an OC. I don't know that I've seen the artwork that it's based on. Probably another one I should look up. But yeah, I think it's a very interesting outfit with the giant sleeves. She's got some kind of staff on the back there, as you can see. So yeah, I wonder what the color design is for that. Luminous box, we had a lot of kind of bunny figure type things. This one could be interesting. Looks like she's sitting in kind of a martini glass. And then I was bamboozled by this one. I thought this was a girl. This is a femboy. I don't know that makes me like it any more or less, but I do think this could be an interesting figure, translate to an interesting figure. So I might keep an eye on that one. Girl or boy, whatever they are, I'm not going to discriminate when they look this cute. Here's another one I think could be very gorgeous, turn out very gorgeous. I don't know what this Heaven and Earth Tribulation is, if that's a show or a game or something. There's that. This one has me scratching my head because this isn't cat girls. This isn't cartoony furries. I mean, this is like actual cats wearing, 19th century like European walking dresses or whatever they're called. Not my cup of tea. I suppose it could turn out really cute. But even though I love cats, I might pass on this one. But I want to watch it just to see how they translate this artwork. Now we are going to look at freeing. Everyone's favorite. We got some interesting quarter scale Fate Go figures. Of the two, I think this one interests me the most, although I would probably only buy her if you could take the glasses off, which you probably can't. So I'm gonna pass on it, but very cool design. And we're in a quarter scale of a Hololive VTuber. That's kind of cool. All right, let's look at Mimeyoi, Knead, HobbyMax Japan, NEONMAX, etc., etc. Some Blue Archive. More Blue Archive. This is the one out of these manufacturers that I was very interested in. Character from Blue Archive, Kasaka Wakamo. If you have seen the colorized version of this, then you know how incredible this could potentially turn out. I'm hoping and praying they do not mess this up. because I will 100% buy this figure if it is not completely jacked up. I don't know, just the mask, the vibe, the kind of kimono-esque mini dress thing. I am all for it. I am just praying that they don't mess anything up. So, oh my god, I love it. Okay, what do we got next? We got Wave, Kaitendoh, Lechery, Cygames, Our Treasures, starxva Studios. Hopefully these are all safe for YouTube, because I know Lechery can get kind of bad. Yeah. I don't think there was a lot here that I remember. There's some interesting Fate Grand Order, like Summer Queen 1/8 scale bathing suit figures, but they're like the Assemble heroines, that line. So I think they're more of like model kits, or like garage kits maybe. I don't know exactly how they work. They're also doing one of those of Marin for my dress up darling. Yeah, not a lot. Oh, this one. I somehow missed this one when I was first going through announcements. I just saw this as I was going through things for this video. Doing a 1/6 scale of Shalltear in the lustrous New Year's greeting from Overlord Mask for the Dead. I don't know what Overlord Mask for the Dead is, but I do really enjoy the Overlord anime, like I think I've talked about before. I've been really disappointed that there aren't a lot of Shalltear figures already out there. So I'm really looking forward to this one. The fact that she's kind of like in a kimono type outfit, you know, smoking the pipe, all of that. I think this is going to turn out really, really good if they nail the artwork for that. So that's one I am looking for from these manufacturers. Getting into Lechery, like I said, hopefully none of these are too lewd. I feel like I could have enjoyed this one, but there's just something about it. I think the chest area is just too big for my liking, and I feel like the thermometer scale and design just feels off compared to the artwork and in size ratio to the figure. I don't know. Yeah, not one that I will probably end up ordering. And then the starxva Studio, I don't think I've heard of that manufacturer before. They're talking about doing a 1/4 scale figure of Thea. If you're not familiar, Thea is this character. There's already like a 1/7 scale figure of her on pre-order, or has it on pre-order. I don't know if it's still available, and I forget when it's supposed to come out. But this is an original character by this artist here. So now they're talking about doing a 1/4 scale. I'm wondering if they're gonna do this specific artwork, because that can be kind of fun, or what artwork they're gonna base it off of. But I don't know if I want her in a 1/4 scale. Like I mentioned, there's like the 1/7 or 1/6 that's out there, and I did pre-order that one. But I might watch this one to see what happens. Okay, moving on to AmiAmi and AMAKUNI. Not too much here. Nothing from AmiAmi. AMAKUNI. I think they showed this one before, maybe like One Fest Summer, or maybe they just showed the artwork. I don't know. I know I've seen this one. I've talked about this one before, but this is one I'm watching. I am still watching it. Hopefully up for pre-order soon. Got a Ray figure from Rebuild of Evangelion. Ooh, this is one. This foreigner Yang Goi Fei from Fate Grand Order. I don't know that they had a prototype last time. It might have just been the artwork or the announcement that they were going to be doing this. Here's the prototype. I think it's looking pretty good. Hopefully colors end up turning out well, and then this will probably be another one for the Fate shelf. So Alphamax, Skytube, AniGame, AniGift. Hopefully the Skytube stuff is okay, because again, they can be kind of lewd. I think everything was censored. This is what I'm so looking forward to. I think this is adorable. So this is an illustration by this artist here. They are calling it Classic Chocolate Underwear Neko Mimi-chan. Yeah, oh my god, it's so flipping adorable. I can't wait to see a prototype of this. I hope that they keep it where she's, got the little piece of chocolate in her mouth. Just, so cute. AniGift, showing off some of this already released stuff, or at least pre-order available stuff. This one caught my eye. This figure of an OC, I think it is, called Ragna Acrasia by Destiny Child. The mashup that I'm getting from this is what kind of drew me in. So obviously she's like a cop, but then it looks like she has these like crosses, like she's also a nun or something. Like there's some religious vibe to it. I have no idea. I have not seen the artwork for this one. But I am very intrigued, and I'm debating and trying to decide, is this too lewd and over the top for me, or is it just ridiculous enough that I will get it? And I have not decided. Maybe the colorization, whenever that shows up for this prototype, maybe that will sway me. But there's just something about this figure that is kind of drawing me in a little bit. Moving on to Orchid Seed, Phalaeno, and Tuberosa. I think everything's censored on here. I think we can go through this. Although I don't know if there was anything. Oh yes, there was. So 1/6 scale figure of the mischievous cat Mimeyoi. I think this was announced, like the artwork was just shown, maybe like One Fest Summer or something like that. Now there's a prototype, and it's not shown on here, but if you go through more pictures of this prototype, there is a picture that shows her glasses come off, which that was a big thing for me. I did not particularly enjoy the figure with the glasses. I don't know what I have against glasses, because I wear glasses sometimes. But the fact that the glasses do come off makes me much, much more likely to pick this one up. So I'm excited to see it colored and see how that turns out. And then there is the 1/6 scale figure Canuon by Kaori. Again, another adorable little cat girl. Here's the original artwork. I just love, all the kind of fur details on her boots, her hips, the top of her bikini, on her wrists. I think the prototype's looking really nice, so another maybe cat girl for the collection. Some Nico Para figures, micro bikini made versions. As much as I love Nico Para, don't know that I'm really looking into that. So made Neko Mimi-chan, another very cute one. Little beachy theme going. I'm interested to see how they handle that. Because her outfit by itself doesn't necessarily scream beachy, other than it's a swimsuit. So we'll be watching out for that. We have a colored prototype of Little Devil. I think last time we saw her, she was still the unpainted prototype. I think the paint's looking pretty good. Might pick this one up when it's up for pre-order. Very curious about this one and what the invincible shovel is and why this girl has a shovel and what is going on here, but that's what Google is for. Let's see, and then we've got kind of an angel nurse from 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. I don't know what that is, but I guess this character's name is Amano Lilisa? I don't know. I'm butchering that, I'm sure. Kind of cute. Might keep a watch out for that one. Tuberosa. I think this is really the only one that caught my eye. Lemoe swimsuit version. I just think the swimsuit's really cute. I love the frills on it. Love her pink hair. And looks like she's got a little devil tail. You know how I feel about those. Alright, moving on to Ribose, Lemoe figure, Omaha, Magic Asteroid. Girls Frontline, 97 Shotgun, Drunken Petals Underfoot version. I don't know anything about Girls Frontline, but I do think this is a fun figure. I love the little like sly smile on her face as she's dumping her drink in a vase. Very sneaky. This one, Dragon Princess from Dragon King's Daughter Chinese Fantasy Selection. I have no idea what that source is, but this is incredible. I cannot wait to see this colored, and this is probably going to be one of those ones that I buy purely on aesthetics because from what I can see of this prototype, this is amazing. Arknights, I have some interest in some Arknight designs. This one's kind of cute. I don't know. We got the next Tea Time Cat figure announced. I don't own any of the other ones, but they are always very adorable. New series, the Desert Planets by Star. I think it's Saturn is up for pre-order right now, which I have already pre-ordered that. This one, as you can see, is Jupiter. Very excited. I don't know if you guys have seen the original illustrations. If you have not, definitely check them out because they're adorable. But hopefully this one is up soon so that I can have her to go with Saturn. This one, I remember seeing the artwork for it. I think the prototype's looking good. Can't wait to see this one colored. And this one's interesting as well. Almost makes me think of like Girls Frontline and those types of figures, probably because she's holding the gun, but looks like this is an OC, so we'll have to see where that goes. Omaha, nothing really. Another cat girl maid figure. This one is Maid Cat Noah. Prototype's looking alright. I feel like there is a little bit of a difference or something off compared to the artwork, but maybe seeing it colored will make a difference. Have to keep an eye out for that. Alright, moving on to Idolite figure, Reverse Studio, Yuwen Goods, and Connect, Wrecked, and Prisma Wing. I think this Idolite figure, I want to say this is the one I saw where they said they wanted to start doing lines of characters in like traditional dress, so like kimonos and things like that. One of their first announced ones was Albedo from Overlord. They showed a prototype, as you can see. I think it's looking really, really good. Looks like, it almost looks like they have like Lord Ainz on the sleeve of the kimono, which would be hilarious if that's what that is. I missed this one. This is another Neko illustration from the A to Z line. Looks like this is S, or a version of S. Yeah, it looks really pretty. I need to see it colored though. I'll have to look up the original artwork. Let's see. Reverse Studio, I've been watching this one. They call it the Tana adult version illustration by Aiko. I think she's really pretty. I think the prototype's turning out really nice. I forget her color scheme. But yeah, I definitely really like this one. Now we're going to Alice Blint, Broccoli, Plum, KT Model Plus, Hobby Sakura. I don't think there was a ton here. This one caught my eye, from Monster Girl Encyclopedia, the Cheshire Cat. I don't know what Monster Girl Encyclopedia actually is, but I do like this figure, the idea of the Cheshire Cat, all of that. Hobby Sakura. Some interesting announcements from Hobby Sakura. I do like this Lily, like the bicycle witch girl is how I've seen her referred to. Super Bunny, again, I think a unique idea for a bunny figure, and I really like the pink, so we'll see that hopefully soon. Moving on to Lovely Otherwear Party Look, Doki Baki and Vibrastar. This is another one I think everything is censored because these are some often lewd manufacturers. This one caught my eye, the Sister Olivia by Vibrastar. I just think the juxtaposition, you know, the idea of a nun and the sexy nun and that kind of character. You know, the drawing makes it look like she's kind of wearing some kind of like leather or maybe even latex outfit. So it'll be interesting to see how the manufacturer, how Vibrastar handles that, how that turns out. Some otherwear ones, there were a few here. I know a lot of people were very disappointed when this prototype came out, the pink twin-tailed bunny. The artwork, I think you can tell in the artwork she's actually wearing fishnets, and obviously here for whatever reason they did not give her fishnets. I don't know if maybe later on it is going to have fishnets and just this prototype they didn't get them on somehow. I don't know. I still think this is unique enough of a bunny figure that I still have interest in it. And I have other quarter scale bunny figures, so it's not like this would be my only one or something. And then they have also announced they're going to be doing Shiro Bunny Oni-san, which I think is the same illustrator as Pink Twin Tail Bunny. I think these would end up looking really cute together, so we'll watch for that. This one I think could end up being really pretty depending on the direction they take it. And then Bunny Elf Princess, I think this is a hilarious concept. Bunny girl, she's an elf, I don't know, she's like a million different things. They have the artwork here. I'm a little afraid to specifically show it because in the artwork she is topless and it is censored, but I don't want to risk it for YouTube. Shibuya Scramble, E-Stream. I don't remember. Speaking of Princess Connect Redive, they're talking about doing a scale figure of this character, the Carol Princess version. I think I've seen a previous figure of her and I thought she was really cute. I didn't pick up that figure, so maybe depending on what this one turns out as, or how it turns out, I might go for this one. We've got Madoka and an egg, if anybody has been waiting for that. A Natokris figure. interesting to see this. I wonder why this came up. I don't know that there's any recent Fate stuff featuring her, but Fate's always popular, so I guess we'll see how that turns out. And might be all for this. Yes. Well, this one looks interesting. I guess this is another Girls Frontline Neural Cloud figure, like we were talking about the other one before. Very kind of sci-fi, maybe medical-esque again. Kind of a nice color scheme, so there you go. Looking at Apex Toys and Arctech now. We've got a scale figure of OMG Kawaii Angel from Needy Streamer Overload. Looking really nice there. I missed out on the pop-up parade, or I mean maybe I could still get it. I think it was a pop-up parade. But I know the special version of the pop-up parade came with the sad cat, and that was the one I wanted, and like I said, I missed it. I don't even know it's still available. So I might keep an eye out for the scale one of her. A lot of Girls Frontline here. Here's an Arknights character that I will probably pick up. Looks like she's got kind of a dragon thing going on, or at least she's got some horns. And I do love this big sword, but again, will probably depend on the coloring of her. Another China dress character. Not sure where she's from, if she's an OC or something else. But liking this one so far too. So I'll move on to Union Creative. Brilliant Journey. Quite a few things here from Union Creative. I believe we got some good To Love Rue Darkness figures. We've got a prototype of Momomon-chan. I really like this artwork when it was announced, so prototype's looking good. Another piece of artwork that was previously announced was this illustration. Now I've got a prototype. Again, looking pretty good. Cute bunny figure being announced. And then a few new announcements with no prototypes yet. I think this one looks pretty cute. Another cute one. I really like the bathing suit, the frills, all of that. Some more bathing suit girls. So yeah, several Union Creative ones that I'll probably be keeping an eye on as they continue production. So now we're on Aniplex and Clanel. Another pretty nice Nero Claudius figure. Again, I'm not a huge Nero Claudius fan, so probably won't pick this one up, but it is pretty nice looking. What else we got going here? Some Kano Figma action figure type things. I'm excited for this one, a scale figure of Pretender Lady Avalon from Fate Grand Order. I think this is, gorgeous artwork to be working off of. The all just white theme. So I'm excited to see that. Another Hololive character. She's pretty cute, but I don't know enough about Hololive. I'm not attached enough. I don't like the design enough to pick this one up. Another Ray figure. I feel like her butt looks weird. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I feel like it's like too defined, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's about it for that. Just a few more. We're getting close. I'm sure we're coming close to an hour here. I'd like to keep it down. So now I got the FNEX, Tenatol, Spiritail, Wanderer, all those manufacturers. I just want to say on this one, and I thought I saw some kind of prototype already since One Fest happened, but if this is going to be one of those like kind of traditional Japanese dolls, where they actually have like a fabric kimono, like I'm sure you guys have seen them done. I'm trying to think of what characters they've done them for so far, and of course I can't think of any. But if that's what they're going for this, and they're doing it in a quarter scale size and all of that, I do not want to know how much it's going to be. Like, the ones that they've already done, I don't think they're in quarter scale, and they're already over $1,000 or close to it because of the fact that it's a actually sewn fabric kimono, all of that. So if this one is bigger than those previous ones, they're doing it in the fabric traditional style, good luck to everybody's wallets. That's all I can say. Getting into Tenatol, I think these are more prize figure type things. And then we've got Spiritail. We've got a colored version of this Blue Archive, Nakamu Nero Bunny Girl. I think she turned out pretty cute. I don't know at this point if I'm going to get her. I know at first I was kind of like, yeah, I think I will. It's not that anything about the paint scheme changed my mind. I don't think I like her as much as I originally thought I did. Now this is another Hatsune Miku I'm very excited for. The artwork that this is based off of is absolutely gorgeous. I love, the space star constellation theme. Like, if you've seen the original artwork, that's what a lot of it is. So I really, really want to see this painted, and I will probably pick this one up and have yet another Hatsune Miku figure. This one as well. When I saw the artwork at first, I wasn't sold, but now that I've seen this prototype, I think, again, depending on how the coloring comes out, this could end up being really, really good. And it might be another one that I end up getting. So apparently Spiritail is going to be doing a Marin in her Liz cosplay from My Dress Up Darling. I cannot wait. That is probably the favorite outfit of mine, at least from the anime. So I really, 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 really want a figure of it. So I need to hurry up with that. Moving on to Design Coco, Wonderful Works, SOL International, Zero G Act, Bushiroad Creative. I find this interesting. Just the way that they did this. Like, they don't have the actual figure there. They just have, the artwork it's based on, and then like 5 or 6 pictures of at different angles of the prototype. Kind of makes me wonder why they didn't just bring the prototype. Genshin Impact announcement. Eula Dance of the Shimmering Wave version. I do not have Eula in my Genshin Impact game, but Wonderful Works did an amazing job on their Mona figure, which I do own. So I will be excited to see what they do with this one. This Miku, another one. I kind of looked into this one. Apparently it's somehow related, I think, to like trains or something in Japan. Some people were surprised to see that they would be doing that kind of collaboration, so I'm not exactly sure what the Senbon Zakura is or what it is, but I just think it's a cute design. So there you go. We got Medicos Entertainment, Belfine, Ray's Dream, and Orca Toys. I know there were a couple on here. So specifically from Belfine, they showcased a 1/7 scale of Hanjo Nia from Data Live. Very happy to see her getting some figures, or at least a figure, because I didn't really like her in Data Live. So I will probably pick that one up. That might have been everything. Yep, that's everything for that. And then finally, to finish it off, we have Native and all their subsidiary other parts of them. So Hot Venus, Rocket Boy, Frog, Nocturne, Clearidol, Pink Cat, and Binding. Again, this is when I think everything is censored, because obviously this is the lewdest of the lewd. We are talking Native here. So people waiting for the Maple and Cinnamon Yigopara Native figures. You guys got a prototype, colored prototype at that, so that's exciting. Binding, I think, was the main one that had figures I've been waiting for. So we got a fully colored prototype of the Mikura Mew illustration. I know there's been some, I guess, disappointment. The coloring and some of the details and things look a little bit different from the original illustration I think they used when they first announced the figure. But there has also been another illustration come out that I think this more final production of the figure is being based off of. So some people are disappointed and didn't go with the original. Some people are saying, well, you know, they kind of changed the illustration that they were basing it off of, so it makes sense that it looks this way. I still think she is gorgeous, and I still am considering picking this one up regardless. We got a prototype of this bunny illustration, Himejima Urara by Saitom. I think it's an interesting concept, you know, very different for a bunny. I just don't know that I'm sold on the color scheme. I'm not one for like bright blues and golds and things like that. But I do think the prototype looks nice in terms of sculpt and everything, so. So this was when I was really excited to see this illustration. We now have a prototype from Rocket Boy. I think this one is looking pretty good. Really, really digging it. This one I also thought was interesting. I think the prototype turned out nice, but if she is just permanently topless and cannot be covered, probably won't be going for that then. Hot Venus is picking up and doing some interesting ones. This Samurai one, for example, I don't know that I'll get her, but I do think the artwork is different, the design. Okay, so that takes us to the end. I scrolled through the end kind of fast because I was pretty sure there was nothing there I really cared about. And the less time some of those are on the screen for YouTube, probably the better. So yeah, there we go. That's everything from OneFest through the Ruberry site that I want to share with you guys. So well, and that's not actually entirely true. So as you guys may have noticed, I did skip over pretty much every Azure Lane figure that was on the screen. And that's because there were so many of them, and I am so excited for so many of them, basically all of them, that I wanted to do an Azure Lane speed round. So basically, I'm just going to read through the entire list of all the various Azure Lane figures from the various manufacturers. I'll show the pictures on the screen as I go through. But yeah, this is going to be our speed round. So here we go. Starting with Good Smile Arts Shanghai. We are getting a scale figure of Chen Hai and a scale figure of Shinano Dreams of the Hazy Moon version, which I am absolutely excited for this one. The prototype looks gorgeous. The artwork was gorgeous. Can't wait to see it finished. Moving on to Freeing, we've got quarter scales of Chapayev White Cavaliers Respite version, a quarter scale of Galissoniere Black Cat of All Hallows Eve version, gonna get a quarter scale of Reno Bonino version, and a quarter scale of Boise. Moving on to Mimeyoi, I don't know how to say this manufacturer's name. They showed a unfinished prototype of the quarter scale Kashino Hot Springs Relaxation version, which I am very excited for. A quarter scale of the Katsuragi Night Illumination Festival version. 1/7 scale of Kirishima Summery Audacity version. 1/7 scale Javelin Wedding version. A 1/7 scale Aquila Sardegnon Shallows and Sunshine version. A 1/7 scale of the Circulf Luciers, whatever this is version. I cannot pronounce this. It's one of the, I think, French ships. There is also a quarter scale Baltimore Finish Line Flag Bearer version in the works. With Knead, we got an announcement of the Yat Sen Wedding version. NEONMAX. NEONMAX announced 4 more Azure Lane figures, and from what I've heard of their already released Azure Lane figure, which is sitting in my Hobby Link Japan warehouse. I've not had it shipped yet, but from what I've heard, it turned out gorgeous. It was one of NEONMAX's first figures, so I'm excited what this company is going to do with future Azure Lane figures. Anyways, they have announced a 1/7 scale Dido Anxious Bisque Doll version, a 1/7 scale Ting On version, a 1/7 scale St. Louis Spirits in the Snow version, and a 1/7 scale Glorious Pungent Plum version. AmiAmi is going to give us the 1/7 scale Formidable The Lady of the Beach version. We got a unfinished prototype of that after they originally announced her, I think, last year. Alphamax is talking about a scale Rodney Immaculate Beauty version. AniGame is talking about a scale Chen Hai Vestibule of Wonders version special. So I am curious how that is going to differ from the Chen Hai Vestibule of Wonders version that is already out there and I think up for pre-order currently. AniGame is also going to do an Indomitable Miss Motivationless Maid version. Apex Toys, they are saying they will do a 1/7 of Chapayev, a 1/7 Enterprise Windcatcher version, and a 1/7 scale Prince Eugene Final Lap version. Brilliant Journey, they showed off or announced a 1/7 scale Belfast Shopping with the Head Maid version. This 1/7 scale of Tai Hao, and a 1/7 scale Bremerton Day Off Date version. Claynell is showing or advertising they're going to do a 1/7 scale Unicorn Oath of a Pure White Dream version. Wanderer, they showed a painted 1/7 scale Unicorn Prayer of Plum and Snow version, which I think a lot of people have been waiting for. I think this looks gorgeous. I am so excited for this. They also showed again their unfinished 1/7 Aurora Shackled Sol version. And then Design Coco has announced a scale figure of this right here. Again, this is, I think, one of like the French ships or something, so I cannot pronounce these words, but they have announced this figure here. And I actually noticed I missed one of these figures. It is this one right here. So altogether, that is, I don't even know how many Azure Lane figures, I did not count. But yes, Azure Lane fans are eating good. We are getting spoiled. I am so excited for like 75 to 80% of these, if not more. My wallet is going to die just from Azure Lane figures, on top of any of the other figures from OneFest I'm interested in. But what can I do? Azure Lane has some great character design, so yeah. Whew. All right, guys. Well, that is everything from OneFest that I wanted to share with you guys, point out, talk about, you know, let you know about. So I'm interested to hear from you if there was anything specific from OneFest, either something I did share here, or you know, maybe something I skipped over that you are excited for. Or what are your thoughts on all the Azure Lane figures, or all the Fate figures, or you know, all those? Definitely let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I'm glad to be back. Glad I could do this video for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.